You want to transform on a vegan diet, yet there's one single problem. You're lazy. So you came to the right neighborhood, motherf. We have cookies. While training and nutrition can indeed be complicated, there's a scope of how much discipline you need to have. And I want you to be in this video, I explain you how you can be on this scope, which means as little discipline as you possibly need to make this stuff work. You will still require some sort of discipline on this journey, but it's way less than your counterparts may need. So this is the Lazy Vegan's Guide to Body Transformation. Simple and very freaking effective. Today I'm going to cover everything that you need to make this journey work. You will learn the best way how you can transition to a vegan diet from a heavy meat eating diet, just as I did now nearly 5 years ago. You will learn how much you need to train, how many times a week you need to train, and what you freaking need to eat to get in the best shape that you possibly can. For this knowledge, I literally spent $10,000 in my education for a fitness coach in Switzerland and for my plant-based nutrition certificate of cker. So here's the Lazy Vegan's Guide to Vegan Body Transformation. Are you ready? Let's hit it. Number 1, transitioning to a vegan diet. Let's say you're currently a heavy freaking meat eater, just as I was 5 years ago. And my diet was something like this. I woke up in the morning with oatmeal and milk. Then I had chicken and rice. And in the evening, guess what? I had chicken and rice again. During the day, I had a Snickers as a snack. And if I break it down, there are only 3 simple things that you need to do while transitioning. Number 1, go to Amazon and search for vitamin B12, cheap vitamin B12, and just buy 90 tablets for it for the next 3 months. Because guess what, if you don't take vitamin B12, this can really you up, because this can lead to diseases that really hurt our brain. Don't worry about which kind of vitamin B12 you buy at this point, just make this as easy and simple as it possibly can be. You can still adjust later, but the most important thing for you right now is that you just get this thing freaking started. And if you're really lazy at this point, just go to your next supermarket and choose a vitamin B12 supplement. As simple as that. Second step in transitioning, replace all your non-vegan food with your vegan food. So in my example, I had oatmeal and milk for breakfast, so I simply changed this with oatmeal and soy milk. At lunch and dinner, I both had the same thing with rice and chicken, and I just changed this up with rice and fake meat. That's it. And as a snack, I went for a vegan chocolate bar. As simple as that, I was vegan at this point. Now, is this the best diet to follow? No, obviously freaking not. But what is important right now is that you just get this freaking started. Just go to your supermarket at this stage in your journey with the goal in mind to find vegan freaking alternatives that make your life simpler. And I can tell you, there's one alternative that you will really freaking like on this journey. So you might need to go to one or two or three to find the one that you like, but trust me, it's worth the journey. Don't be afraid to make mistakes at this point. I made plenty of mistakes. I ate some eggs when I was transitioning, not real eggs, but in the food, and some milk powder that you will not see in the food, but don't worry about it right now. You will get used to it. It will take some months to change your diet up, but in the beginning, just change it up, just start. So number 3 is actually when you're gonna look into healthier alternatives. And this is the point where you really want to make this a freaking healthy lifestyle. So for example, tofu is way healthier than fake meat chicken. So what do? You replace your fake meat chicken or fake chicken with tofu. As simple as that. Instead of a chocolate bar, you might be looking for 2 bananas, and you realize this will give you way more energy along the run. You should probably look into healthier foods as fast as you can, but honestly, you can stay at the other diet for at least a month or so to just feel that you're not missing out. And then you switch to a healthier diet, which will make you feel better than freaking ever. I think at this point in time, you should also take a look at vegan documentaries if you didn't go vegan for ethical reasons, because these are just very good reasons to stay on the vegan diet. So just watch a documentary called Dominion or a documentary called Earthlings. You can find them on Netflix, or you can probably find them for free on YouTube. Okay, but just because you're a vegan right now, just because you were capable of transitioning, doesn't mean you will be a healthy and fit vegan in the future. So here's what you fucking need to do to get to that point in your journey. Number one, vegan body transformation. You have to train effectively, which means you have to go to the gym at least 2 times a week. Better if you go 3 times. You follow a full body schedule and you actively seek for progress, okay? You go with a rep range of about 6 to 12 repetitions and you go for a set rest period between your sets of about 2 to 3 minutes to replenish your creatine in your muscles. This might all sound extremely freaking complicated, but you just go in the gym, do some exercises, you wait 2 or 3 minutes between the exercises, and you do 12 repetitions. And a repetition is like this. That's 1 repetition. And if you do 12, you simply wait for 2 minutes, and then you do another 12. That's what rest periods and sets mean. The most important thing when it comes to the gym is that you actively seek for progress, okay? If you train with a weight today, which is 100 pounds, 50 pounds, tomorrow aim for a weight which is a little bit higher. So if you trained with 50 pounds, it should be 60 pounds or 70 pounds. The progress will not be linear. Maybe in the beginning it can be linear because your brain adapts to the stimulus and it will actually give you more cool neurons in your body and better connected neurons, so that's quite cool. But afterwards, your progress will not be linear. Don't get frustrated, okay? What matters is that you get progress over time, over a monthly period, even over a yearly period, okay? What matters here is progress. At this point, I would also recommend you to find someone that can guide you along your path. It could be a coach, doesn't have to be a coach, but it could also be a friend that can just look over your progress and give you some effective feedback. What matters here is that you start. Now, number 2, when it comes to the body transformation, this is the nitty-gritty for a lot of the people that I work with personally as a coach of quality gains, is effective nutrition. Now, when it comes to body transformation on a vegan diet, there are essentially 3 phases, okay? These are bulking, cutting, and maintaining. And the main difference between those 3 phases is if you are in a caloric surplus, a caloric deficit, or if your calories are on the same freaking level. Which means bulking means adding muscle to your body, okay? You need to be in a caloric surplus in this phase, meaning you need to eat more calories than your body actually needs. Cutting means losing fat or losing body weight in general, okay? In this phase, you need to be in a caloric deficit, meaning you need to eat less than your body actually needs. And this maintaining, as the name says itself, you maintain your shape because you're happy with what you currently have. And here's the thing, unless you're overweight or obese and your blood markers are bad in the blood test that you recently had, I would recommend most people to start with bulking on this journey. And there are a couple of reasons why. Number 1, bulking will be way more rewarding. You will go to the gym and you will have more strength. So you get the dopamine flowing through your body. So I would recommend you to start with bulking because it's more rewarding than losing weight and fighting against your brain. Number 2, if you're under 21, you're growing. So I probably would not recommend you to go on a diet which restricts your body of calories unless you're overweight at this stage. But for most people, I would recommend them when they're under 21. Don't worry about the 6-pack at the beach. The girls that you meet right now, they don't really matter. Okay, so in the long run, I would recommend you to add some more muscle and eat more calories than you actually need. And the third one, most people realize when they're losing their fat that they had no muscles at all. There was not a substantial amount of muscle mass after they lost their weight. So I would recommend them to start with bulking because there's a very high chance that you don't have any significant amount of muscle right now. So when you lose your weight, you will just look skinny. Okay, that's why I would recommend you to start with bulking at this point in your time, especially when you're starting out. So what does this mean for you? How can you bulk if you're lazy? Simple. You just aim for dried fruits. You add like 10-20 dates, like the dried fruits, the dates in your eating schedule. So just after you wake up, like after your breakfast, you just eat 10-20 dates. Okay, as simple as that. Or you eat a smoothie or drink a smoothie on top of your normal eating schedule. Now, why does this work? Both of these things are very nutrient dense and very calorie dense without giving you a lot of satiety. For example, if you would aim for broccoli on your bulking journey, you would need to eat a lot of freaking broccoli to get in a caloric surplus. But with dates and smoothies, it's as simple as it possibly can be. At this stage, I think a lazy vegan should also consider protein powders, not because it's absolutely necessary, but simply if you don't pay attention to your nutrition, then you're simply on the safe side with protein powder. Later on in your training, if you're training for about 2 years or so, you can also consider creatine or beta-alanine, but at this point in time, you really need to make sure that your nutrition is on freaking point. Conclusion: the Lazy Vegan's Guide to Vegan Body Transformation. This is how you can actually transform your body on a vegan diet. Effective and simple, and every person can do it. The best way you can transition to a vegan diet, so this was number 1, is that you simply do not care about health at first and then adjust to it later, okay? You have to care about health because you buy vitamin B12, but don't worry about eating fake meats at first. You just have to transition to healthier alternatives later, as I did. Number 2, the way you transform your body, the way you become a fit vegan, is if you eat the right foods, meaning mostly bulking in the beginning, and you follow an efficient exercise schedule. If you need help with your journey, go to my website qualitygains.com. So far, I've helped over 100 vegans from all around the world get into their best shape of their lives. Okay guys, until next time. The mission of this YouTube channel is to put veganism across the goal line. If you want to help us achieve that, like and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Let's make food production great again.